Okay, so hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now, this is gonna be part 2 for what if Naruto had a custom dojutsu. Once again, I may not have been uploading recently, and this is due to a lot of stuff going on, especially with thumbnail making. If you guys don't know, I've started making thumbnails for some new people, so I've been working on those thumbnails. But yeah, that's really all I've been doing. And also there was a thumbnail competition that I participated in, so a lot of my effort went to that. But yeah, I am back now, and I don't want to waste your time too much. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so last time we left off this story, Naruto and Team 7 were just heading off to the training grounds to do the bell test. Now, since Naruto told them to, everyone in Team 7 arrived at least 30 minutes late, with Naruto arriving 1 hour late. Around 15 minutes after Naruto arrived, Kakashi ended up arriving too, with, Sasuke and Sakura being like, yeah, Naruto was right. I mean, Kakashi came 1 hour and 15 minutes late. That's a lot. And they would be right, because Kakashi is always late to everything, and very late to everything at that. So anyways, everyone would be like, what took you so long? And Naruto just gave Sakura that look, being like, don't even bother asking. I mean, clearly you're not going to get a good answer. As Kakashi gave another one of his terrible excuses, and Team 7 was just like, yeah, as I expected. So after that, Kakashi just went ahead and Kakashi announced the rules of the bell test, saying how he had 2 bells, he had to get them, and the 2 people that got them would pass. Now Sakura would be like, hey, but that would mean only 2 of us pass and 1 of us fail, in her whole Sakura voice, with Kakashi being like, yeah, that's the point. And Naruto in his head would just be thinking, well, this doesn't make a lot of sense. It's probably that either all of us are gonna fail or all of us are gonna pass. But to be honest, it could actually be helpful for our team if, Sakura wasn't on our team, but yeah, I guess we can deal with her. And Kakashi was like, well, go. And everyone would go hide in the bushes. Now, Naruto would be like, so, it's about teamwork, right? Well, what would happen if I were to pass in the opposite way of intended? And that is when, Kakashi would be reading his book, and Naruto would pop out of the bushes, running straight at Kakashi. Kakashi would see him and be like, amateur, as he poofs into smoke as a shadow clone and appears behind Naruto. Now, sorry guys, I had to pause the recording, and this is actually me from like 3 days later. Which is kind of funny, but anyways, I'm sorry. Anyways, back to the video. Kakashi went behind Naruto and immediately started attacking him, as Naruto got destroyed by Kakashi, if I'm being honest, and Kakashi, just with one swift final kick, sent him right back into the bushes where he came from. As Kakashi was like, well, that wasn't too hard, as Naruto would just walk right back out of the bushes, and Naruto would come back out of the bushes, and Kakashi's like, so you're back for more? As Naruto just runs in at Kakashi, and Kakashi is about to punch Naruto, but as right about right about when Kakashi's fist is about to connect with Naruto's face, Kakashi just notices that Naruto disappeared. What he saw was Naruto's after image, as he looks behind him and Naruto is standing there, walking away. And he's like, what did he just do? Did he phase through me? And why didn't he attack me? I mean, he literally phased behind me and then started walking away. Like, why didn't he kick me? What was the point of that move if he's just gonna waste his opportunity to attack me? As then he looks at his waist and sees that in that move, Naruto, while going past him, had actually managed to take the bells. Kakashi's like, damn it, he took the bells. As Naruto smirks and turns around and says, yeah, as he throws one of the bells to Sasuke, keeping the other one for himself. He's like, well, I know this was about teamwork, Kakashi, but the rules are the rules. I did get the bells. As Kakashi is just like, fine, you pass. And with that, Kakashi is still bewildered at how Naruto was able to do that, but he's just like, well, it was probably just, he was lucky, he probably can't do that to me again. He was just lucky that one time. And after that, Team 7 becomes an official team, with them going on very simple missions such as catching cats, doing groceries, that sort of boring stuff. And, since these missions are so boring, eventually Team 7 gets bored of these boring missions. Pretty self-explanatory, right? And with that, they go to Hiruzen and ask him for a harder mission. Hiruzen, knowing that, well, they have Kakashi, Sasuke, they're a pretty strong team. They have Naruto, and he's like, yeah, you know what? Just take the C rank mission. Escort this bridge builder named Tazuna. And they're like, okay, yep, we can do that. And so the next day, they all meet up at the gate, meet up with Tazuna, and head out. So they're walking along the way, and Naruto has sort of always been suspicious of Tazuna. Naruto in this version being extremely smart, especially when he has his dojutsu on, noticed that Tazuna seemed to be worried. In fact, a little too worried, because he was having a whole team of ninjas walk him back to the land of waves, and yet at the same time, he was still worrying, so Naruto just turned on his dojutsu just in case, because he could tell that maybe something was coming. And also, sorry for any background noise, there's really not much I can do about it, so I do apologize if you hear any background noise. Back to the video. Naruto, having his dojutsu on, is scanning the area, as suddenly he can see chakra coming out of a puddle up ahead. And seeing that, Naruto can immediately tell that puddle is a genjutsu, and there's somebody hiding in it. And Tazuna knew this would happen, and Naruto's like, well, yeah, that all makes sense now. So, as they're walking by the puddle, Naruto quickly turns around, throwing 2 kunais into the puddle. And this matches up perfectly with when the Demon Brothers jump out. So basically what happened was, the instant the Demon Brothers jumped out, Naruto literally landed the kunai on them perfectly, just stopping them mid-air and being able to easily get a hit on them and then tie them up. Now, after this, Kakashi tried to question them, but the Demon Brothers wouldn't budge, so Team 7 decided to just keep on going. After a while, a thick fog started rolling in, with Tazuna saying that this is normal. After all, this is the village hidden in the mist, so you gotta expect some mist around here, right? Well, Naruto was having his suspicions that this fog was just a little bit too much, just a tad bit too much, which is why he turned on his dojutsu, seeing all the chakra flowing through this mist and knowing now for sure that somebody was creating it. As he focused all of his attention forward, he sensed the blade coming flying at them as he yelled, "Duck!" And everybody ducked as a huge blade came up over their head and lodged itself into the tree behind them. Then Zabuza himself landed on the blade, saying, "Well, well, look who it is. Kakashi Hatake." And Kakashi said, "Guys, leave him to me. I'll take him on. I'll show you what a true Jonin can do," or whatever he said in the original, as Kakashi and Zabuza started having their fight. And eventually, they kept exchanging blows, and Zabuza got an opening on Kakashi and was about to put him under his water prison jutsu, as right when he was about to do it, Naruto, who had been watching the entire fight, that came in out of literal nowhere and stabbed Zabuza's hand with his kunai, just like Zabuza had extended his palm out to trap Kakashi in the water prison jutsu, but Naruto stabbed his kunai right into Zabuza's palm while dashing at him and went right by him, basically saving Kakashi. As Naruto said, "Well, Kakashi, looks like you needed some help." As Kakashi's like, "Okay, I got a bit cocky there. Now I'll go all out," as he lifts up his headband, revealing his Sharingan. And using his Sharingan, he absolutely destroys Zabuza, sending him flying into a tree with a water dragon jutsu. Now, Team 7 assumes that Zabuza is either dead or passed out, and this is when Haku, pretending to be a tracking ninja, comes in and takes Zabuza. At the moment, Kakashi doesn't have a lot of time to question this, because afterwards he quickly passes out too, from chakra exhaustion and using his Sharingan too much. By the time Kakashi wakes up, they've already made it to Tasuna's house, and there's a huge meal waiting for them, and Kakashi can walk, but he needs some support, like some crutches or something like that. Also, guys, I'm sorry if the audio keeps cutting out. I am telling you, I am having so much trouble recording right now. I mean, I'm recording like 3 or 5 minutes at a time, which is kind of why the audio is cutting out and coming back in so much. But yeah, that's my explanation. This is the only way I can do this. But anyways, back to the motif. After Kakashi wakes up and they get some more rest, sleep, have another day pass by, let them rest and everything, then Kakashi decides to have them do chakra control training. And so what they do is Kakashi takes them out to a place, where there's some trees and a little pond. It's a nice and peaceful place, as he explains to them the job of, tree climbing, how you focus your chakra to your feet and you can climb the trees. Now, Naruto is the first one to be able to do this, since he already knows quite a bit about chakra control. And Kakashi, being impressed, says, "Okay, now try walking on water." As at first Naruto fails this, but then he activates his dojutsu, which increases his chakra control by times 100, because all of his senses, abilities, and his chakra control in turn increases by quite a bit when he activates his dojutsu, and manages to immediately start walking on water. As Kakashi's like, "Wow, second try. This kid really is a prodigy." And Sasuke spends the night trying to finally master tree wall climbing, and with that, the next day they head out to help Tazna finish building the bridge. And everyone's just trying to help build the bridge while an all too familiar fog starts coming in. Everyone's immediately like, Zabuza, he's back. And they would be correct. But this time, he's back with Haku. And Haku decides to take on Naruto and Sasuke, while Zabuza fights Kakashi. Now, in Haku and Naruto's fight, Haku creates his ice mirrors all around Sasuke and Naruto, with both of them being trapped inside the ice mirrors. Now, Naruto immediately activates his dojutsu, going into a state where he can completely see Haku's movement through the mirrors, and also dodge all of the Senbon, while also helping Sasuke dodge the Senbon, and he can reach that sort of speed. Not only that, but his dojutsu allows him to see weaknesses in the jutsu. So, looking around the mirrors, he analyzes them, seeing if there's any weakness. As then, he gets an idea, as he's like, okay, this'll be hard, but if I time it right, I can hit it. As Naruto gets help from Sasuke, and both of them create a bunch of clones. As Haku at first is confused, saying, what will a bunch of clones do to aid you? As for like a good 30 seconds, all of the clones, especially of Naruto, just using their dojutsu, keep analyzing Haku's movements over and over and over again. Haku moves from mirror to mirror and doing different stuff to see how Haku will react. Little does Haku know, this is all part of Naruto's plan, as he slowly, one by one, starts killing all of the clones that Naruto has created. And after Haku manages to do this, Naruto's like, finally, it's time to put my plan into motion. As Naruto dodges the last barrage of Senbon, as he's like, now, as he takes out a kunai, throwing it at incredible speeds, right at the perfect spot, predicting the moment like a couple milliseconds before Haku exits the mirror to move to the next one. And right as Haku's moving from mirror to mirror, Naruto manages to hit Haku straight in the shoulder, as Haku falls to the ground, and Naruto does not miss this opportunity to immediately go and pin Haku down, as Sasuke ties him up. After this, the ice mirrors start crumbling to the ground. Haku's like, damn it, how could he react? How could he predict I was gonna do that? And, with that, meanwhile, Kakashi manages to stab a Chidori through Zabuza's chest, and Haku and Zabuza get, dealt with. After this, Gato and his men show up, and they are literally so irrelevant that I'm not even gonna cover the entire battle. All I'm gonna say is Naruto and Kakashi literally destroy them, and Gato is dead now. And with that, Tazna finally finishes the bridge, and in honor of Naruto saving them all, they name it the Great Naruto Bridge. And with that, Team 7 heads back to the village. Now guys, I'm really sorry, this was a really short what if, and maybe it wasn't, but I feel like I really just skimmed over a lot of parts. And this is because, I didn't have a lot of time to make this. I mean, it's just kind of like, you guys know I haven't been able to upload in a while, and I'm really sorry, but, it's just, this is the only upload I could get in, and it just kind of had to be a little bit shorter than usual, but yeah, more uploads coming soon, hopefully. and see you next time. Goodbye.